event is a continued commitment by the Mayor, Adrian O'Mapp, to give us the tools that we need to be successful. We all know that without the proper tools, we're not going to be as efficient as we should be. And today's event is going to showcase some new equipment that we just received. We're also going to recognize individuals in our team, the administrative portion, that got us to this point, and they're part of our success. As I've always said from day one, everybody plays a key role in what we do. Everybody is valued, and it's a part of the team. So I'm going to try to keep it simple because we know you guys have been up early this morning and we want to get you out of here. But before I turn it over to the Mayor, I say this to the Mayor every time I see him. A big thank you and a round of applause to the Mayor. And the reason why I say that is when they dissolved the PMUA, the Mayor had a difficult decision to make. The services were not being done correctly. Curbside collections were not on time. Bulk pickup was almost impossible to get. The business accounts that you guys were servicing, I don't know how you did it. The downtown street cans were overflowing almost every day. So we were challenged with a bunch of issues. And the Mayor, to his credit, said, because I know just about everybody around him says, you know, we should probably, you know, contract this out. But the Mayor said, no, we can do it in-house, and we can make it better. And I think, because of everyone here, he was right. Our services have improved, our collections have improved, and it's all because of every one of you here. But again, besides the business portion of the finances, everyone here has a job, everyone has health insurance. So with that, you can't put a value on that. It's to the credit of the Mayor that he took this on, and I just thank from the bottom of my heart. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to him.
Well, thank you, John, and good morning to everyone. And if those around the corner will come more into this area so that you can be seen and you can be closer to what we're doing here this morning. But what a lovely day for us to be here doing this program this morning, recognizing all of you, but especially recognizing individuals that will be and have been a part of the leadership team. And so I know when we look back over a year ago, and when I made the announcement that we will take action to dissolve the PMUA, many of you, or all of you, were not happy. You thought it wasn't the right thing for me to do. You thought it wasn't in the best interest of the city. And so many of you were standing in opposition to the vision that I had for bringing the PMUA into the city and letting it just melt seamlessly into what we do each and every day at the city of Plainfield. And so the vision was always to make sure that we deliver solid waste and sewer services at the very highest that we can, and that no stone is left unturned, and that we provide a level of service to our residents that truly need and deserve nothing but the absolute best at a reasonable and affordable cost. And I didn't think that that was happening. And so the reason I am mayor is because there are tough decisions that have to be made each and every day. And some people are going to stand with me, and some are going to stand in opposition. But at the end of the day, I always try to do what I believe in my heart is best for the city of Plainfield. Sometimes we don't always get it right. But in this case, I have no doubts whatsoever that we made the absolute best decision in the best interest of the city and in your best interest. The working conditions that you had to endure over the years, the fight about whether or not there should be a union or not a union, the level of pay that you were receiving, those are the things that I firmly believe needed to be addressed. And bringing you under the umbrella of the city, I believe you all are doing better in terms of your compensation. And I know that you are doing better under the leadership of John Louise, who's the absolute best. And so I think that we should all give the new director of solid waste and sewer, John Louise, a round of applause for what he does every day. Leadership makes a difference. And I've had conversations with some developers, and they told me that we don't only invest in communities, but we invest in leadership. And if the leadership is not there, we are not coming. And so it is great to have a John Louise at the helm leading this solid waste and sewer department. And it is even greater to have you, the workers, that do your absolute best. You get up early in the morning and you go across the city and you do what is expected by our residents. You do an outstanding job. You should applaud yourself. You do an outstanding job. You recognize that. I can't tell you the amount of complaints that my office was receiving prior to this operation being folded into the city. And I was powerless, quite frankly, to do anything about it, because my role was to appoint commissioners with advice and consent of the governing body. And after that, I really didn't have a say in the day-to-day operations of the then PMUA. But I am grateful for the fact that the decision was made with the support of the governing body, with the support of the state of New Jersey, and I know beyond any doubt that we are in a better place today as an organization than we have ever been. And so I thank you. I want to make sure that you know how much I appreciate what you do each and every day, because the city deserves a very high quality of sewer and solid waste services. And what you do is so important. There is dignity in all labor. And so I want you to know that you are appreciated. We thank you, and we recognize the efforts that you make every day, and we will stand by you each and every step of the way, making sure that we do right by you, because I know that you are doing right as far as our residents are concerned, and their expectations are being met, and so we are very proud of you. So I want to thank each and every one of you. Now, I want to do something special to recognize the efforts of individuals that go above and beyond and that are a part of what I consider to be a leadership team doing an excellent job each and every day. And so we're going to conduct some promotions this morning, and at this time I would call forward Mr. James Felton Jr. I want you to repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly promise to perform all of the duties of Superintendent of Solid Waste under the guidance and management of the Department of Sewer and Solid Waste according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly promise to stand ready to serve my community with integrity, honor, and a steadfast commitment to the rule of law. I acknowledge the trust and confidence placed in me by my peers and supervisor, and humbly accept this role as a servant of the public good. Congratulations. Don't cry, my man.
Yo, my man.
Now I call on Mr. Clint Watkins to come forward. I state your name. Do solemnly promise to perform all of the duties of Superintendent of Solid Waste under the guidance and management of the Department of Sewer and Solid Waste according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly promise to stand ready to serve my community with integrity, honor, and a steadfast commitment to the rule of law. I acknowledge the trust and confidence placed in me by my peers and supervisor, and humbly accept this role as a servant of the public good. Congratulations, man. Next, I call forward Michael Minor. I state your name. Do solemnly promise to perform all of the duties of Superintendent of Fleet Management under the guidance and management of the Department of Sewer and Solid Waste according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly promise to stand ready to serve my community with integrity, honor, and a steadfast commitment to the rule of law. I acknowledge the trust and confidence placed in me by my peers and supervisor, and humbly accept this role as a servant of the public good. Congratulations. Next, we call forward Mr. Jeffrey Walden. I state your name.
I, Jeffrey Walden,
do solemnly promise
do solemnly promise
to perform all of the duties of Superintendent of Sewers under the guidance and management of the Department of Sewer and Solid Waste according to the best of my ability. I do further solemnly promise to stand ready to serve my community with integrity, honor, and a steadfast commitment to the rule of law. I acknowledge the trust and confidence placed in me by my peers and supervisors, and humbly accept this role as a servant of the public. Let's hear it one more time for these fine individuals. And at this time, I will ask each to come forward and say a few words. In any order.
Yeah, it's been a long haul before it was named, but you know, I think we're going in the right direction. Whatnot, things are a lot better. I've been here over 20 years, and I've seen different things as a PMUA that I see is a better look right now. And I tell everybody this is a great job to work for. All you have to do is punch in. That was the hardest part of this job, punching on time. And listen, like you know, I was told, if you come in at 4 o'clock, you're already late. But you know, the way direction we're going right now with John and the mayor, we're in a great position now, and there's money to be made and whatnot. Everybody can go home happy, not grumpy because they live paycheck by paycheck and whatnot. So you know, it's a beautiful thing. But you know, if you need me, you know how I am. I'm all over the place, and you'll always can talk to me. But that said, thank you everyone. Whatnot. Have a good day.
I just want to say short and sweet. I appreciate John and everybody acknowledging. I always take my job serious. I always say it's my service system, not the city service system. I take it serious. You call me friend. But I also wanted to say it would be nothing without my staff and my crew. And we get the job done. It ain't always pretty, but we get it done, bottom line. And now we're short-staffed and took on more roads, but we still get the job done. I just want to thank my guys and everything, especially my friend Jim. Oh, I'm sorry. But okay, well, I'm finished anyway. But the next guy I turn it up. Thank you guys.
First off, I'd like to thank the mayor and his staff, especially John. I want to thank you, John, and my colleagues. It's real easy to come here every day because I love and it's what I do. I'm here every day, rain, snow, sleet, hail, whatever. I love, it's what I do. But I want to make one point. I would not be standing here in this position without these guys here. And I want to get them around. They are the reason this whole thing works. There's nothing to do, and it's with me. It's all because of them. Again, I want to say thank you. And, you know, I'm always here for anybody. It's that reason. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Good job.
I want to thank the mayor, the staff, especially John Louise, who really made this work for us. And you guys are the best. Without the hard work you do, there would be no us up here. So we appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Yep.
So again, I want to thank each and every one of you. These are the leaders that have been entrusted with moving the solid waste and sewer department forward, and under the leadership of John Louise, I know things will continue to get better each and every day. And our goal is to become a Class A city in every sense of the word, every department, all 8 departments that we have in the city, and pursuing a vision of excellence for the entire city. You are a part of that vision. Continue serving the people as you do every day, and as you can see, there's always a reward for people who do their very best, who lead, who deliver, and who one can rely on to execute, to lead, and to get the job done. And I know you all get the job done. So again, I thank you. I thank John Louise. And I thank the other members of the administration that are here. I believe you know all of them, but I will ask them to stand as they're introduced. The city clerk, Abubakar Jallo. AJ. We have our business administrator and HR director, Abby Levinson. We have my chief of staff, director of communication and information technology, Jasmine Hunt. And you all know John Louise, the director of solid waste and sewer. And at this time, I turn it back over to John. Thank you, and may God bless you. I just also want to thank the families of all of you, because the family sacrifice as well as you. And you can't do it without your families. And so to the families, those that are present, those that are not, I say thank you as well for allowing your significant other, your spouses, to be a part of the transformation that's happening in the city. Thank all of you, and may God continue to bless you.
Well, now that we're talking about thank yous, I have to give a couple more thank yous, because last couple of weeks has been a whirlwind for me, with first time going to council and things like that. So I had to make some panic calls this morning, and I want to thank Jazz and her IT team, Pete and June, for coming and setting up so quickly. I want to thank, of course, the BA Abby Levinson and her team, Jackie and Anna. They were the ones that rushed these proclamations through, and I can't thank them enough. And of course, our brothers at DPW, they came out as they always did. I want to just touch on that real quick. The Public Works Department, in my opinion, is intertwined with the solid waste. I mean, we have to depend on one another. They come out anytime we have an event, because that's what they normally do. Solid waste doesn't usually do that. So it's a joint venture that I think is going to make the city an A1 city, as the mayor said we're thriving for. So with that, and I want to tell you how good my staff is. So they gave me a cup. It says, a boss like you is harder to find than toilet paper during the pandemic. So
Excellent.
I'll be drinking out of that for a couple of weeks. All right, so with that, we're going to go on to do the ribbon cutting. Now, the equipment that we have here, again, this is one more way of us working more efficient. I'm big on automation. I've said that before. It's not to eliminate jobs. There's so much solid waste work out there. We haven't even scraped the surface on recycling. Just recently, we started to capture more recycling out of our high-density accounts. So not only is that going to be cost savings to us, but it's also going to help the environment, because all of that solid waste, all of that recycling that we're getting out of these high-density accounts is not going to go into the landfill or into the burner. And that's what we're here for. Less garbage, more recyclables. So this equipment and then several more pieces that'll be coming is going to get us to that where we want to be. So with that, we're going to have a ribbon cut, and then you guys can help yourselves to refreshments and things like that.
I also want to recognize the presence of Earl Holder, who is a part of our communications team, as well as over to my left is the Director of DPW, Orrin Dabney, and the person who makes sure that you get paid, the CFO, Ricky Gartz. So if you don't get paid, don't blame me. You know who to blame. And our Director of Police, James Abney. That's it, John. What else?
We're going to cut the ribbon for the...
We do it out of sheer necessity and because we want to get better each and every day. So we'll come down from 3, and this scissors is the smallest I've ever used.
3, 2, 1.